Here's the garden wall I built with these blocks that I got from Lowe's. They're about $2.50 a piece. And they look pretty nice. These blocks do have limitations. If you're wanting to use them for a retaining wall, they can only go so high. I don't remember the numbers on me. They're man-made. Here's what the inside of one would look like. This is one I cut open. You can see the aggregate on the inside. The bottom sides are completely flat, and then the tops are not flat whatsoever. And it'll produce a interesting situation for laying these out. You'll have to most likely mortar them. I say that because even if you get this bottom row completely level with one another, each of these tops is going to vary. And so since the bottom's flat and this isn't, you got to put a layer of mortar to make it a nice flat surface. I've never built something like this, and I've never mortared anything before, so I think it actually turned out pretty well for first time work, and it's really solid. I can't move these whatsoever, and I can even walk on it also with zero issues. My yard's got a slope to it, so I introduced this third row right here, and it'll look a lot better once this area of grass grows in. You won't see this rapid change right there. And I installed a French drain behind it, and it comes out the side over here. I gotta cut off this extra mesh material and then put a cap on it, and I'll probably end up spray painting it a gray color to help it blend in. A lot of water comes in when it rains, and the garden beforehand used to flood. And so far we've had some really heavy rains. We had 4 inches the other day in Oklahoma, and this didn't flood whatsoever. It just all shot out the side. I'll put a before and after picture up of the garden so that you can see what it used to look like and what it looks like now, which you can obviously see how it looks now. But I'm really satisfied with these bricks. I got them at Lowe's. They were probably about $2.50 a piece. A little pricier than your standard garden bricks, but I think well worth it. What I really like about these is you can switch the blocks from being front facing to rear facing to front facing to rear facing, and that really closes up your gaps as compared to the other landscaping blocks. They typically have a really nice face on them, and then because of that, some of them you only want to face frontwards, and you get these really large gaps between them, which looks fine when you go around a turn, so if you put them around a tree. But if you do something like this, you have these weird little sections. So that's what I like about these, is you can alternate them, and then when you come around the corner you can just do all front facing, so it closes up the gaps. When you do this, you want to do the second row a wee bit back so that over time it doesn't want to topple forward. I had plans to do it a little more drastically, but when I had laid these out and I started mortaring, I got some of them mixed up and it didn't go so well. But when you do this, do a dry run and don't mix your blocks up. And when cutting them, I used a circular saw with one of those blades that has diamonds in them. It was only like 12 bucks. You're not supposed to cut with a circular saw for that purpose unless it's designed. But if you want to take the risk, it might work out. Definitely don't use water unless you have a saw that's capable of cutting wet. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Probably all together, the mulch, a little bit of the soil additive, all the blocks, and then all these small plants, probably about $250. And that's after all the discounts that I was able to get through Lowe's.